Typically, when we think of internet trolls, we think of just angry people sitting at a computer with nothing better to do than harass and demean others anonymously. We don't typically think of them sitting in the White House angrily typing away with their 70-year-old hands on a cell phone trying to make others feel small. And yet, that is what we have today. Donald Trump is our internet troll in chief. If you don't believe me, just take a look at his Twitter feed. Just this morning, he said that last night he had had a great phone call with President of China where they discussed the menace of North Korea. Now, he wasn't talking about the country itself being menacing. He referred to the country as a menace. You know, like Dennis the Menace. Essentially, he is out there name-calling countries that have nuclear weapons capabilities because that's all he knows how to do. His entire Twitter feed is made up of lies, false accusations, and personal attacks on others, just like a typical internet troll. And that is what, for some reason, people in this country thought made him a great person to be president of the United States. Now, it's one thing when Donald Trump was just, CEO or whatever he was of his own companies going out there saying this stupid stuff online. But now he is the president. And as president of the United States, we have to hold him to at least a little bit higher of a standard. We cannot have a president who goes out there on Twitter, on his personal Twitter account, and on the @POTUS Twitter account, insulting other citizens of the United States, insulting other countries, making false claims that President Obama wiretapped him. That's not acceptable behavior of a U.S. president. And to be honest, that shouldn't be acceptable behavior of anybody over the age of 70. This is what juvenile children do. Teenagers, adolescents. This is how they operate online because they haven't yet developed the mental capacity to process their feelings and emotions properly yet. They don't understand the concept of long-term consequences, usually until they're in their late teens, sometimes early 20s. That's psychology. But Donald Trump, a man over the age of 70, doesn't understand this. We're dealing with a man-child who has access to nuclear codes, and to be honest, wouldn't be surprised if he decided to tweet them out for the world to see. Because that's the kind of incompetence and juvenilia that we're dealing with today in the United States. Donald Trump sees his job as the job of someone to go out there and make fun of other people, make fun of other countries, and his base absolutely loves it. That's the worst part about all of this. If you look through some of his Twitter comments, the people who actually agree with him, the things that they say to support his horrible claims online, that's even more disgusting than what Donald Trump is saying. Because we know from looking through this that there are plenty of people in this country that actually believe the same things, or that think he is somehow a respectable human being. But that's not the case. Donald Trump and his Twitter feed are exceptionally dangerous for the United States. And whatever this nonsense is that he is starting with North Korea is going to prove that to everyone. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you've done all those things, please check out all the videos below. Stay up to date with everything we do here at Ring of Fire.